Acidia pulmonella in the orchards and to reduce the number of chemical treatments in order to obtain healthy fruit and environmental safety. We expected also other advantages, such as a secondary effect on the entrance of other cryptophagus, such as Rosemarie Tedeschi-Insect, and also to obtain a barrier against newly introduced insects, such as Allomorpha alis, that cause big problems in our orchards, especially in peach orchards, but in the last year we saw a big population also in pear orchards and in apple orchards. There are two systems of Alcarpo. There is the one that is called single row system. This is the one that was created in France. In that case, each row of trees is covered by nets, while there is another system that is the single plot system. In that case, the nets cover a plot of plants, and in some cases, in cases of small orchards, it covers all the orchard. And this is the system that we adopted in Italy because in our region a lot of orchards are already covered with anti-hail net, and most of the orchards are small. So we adopted a single plot system, and we did trials in the years 2011 until 2013 in collaboration with PRESO, that is a consortium for research activity and dissemination to the growers, and the trials were financially supported by the Piedmont region. You can see our system, that is a single plot system, so the orchard has the anti-hail net on the top, while the sides are covered with anti-insect nets. This is the scheme of the experimental site. In the 2011, we chose an orchard where in the previous year, so in the 2010, the damage to the fruit was quite high, it was around 20%. And in the previous year, the control against Acidia molesta was made by mating disruption and 5 treatments during the year. We divided the orchard in 2 blocks. In the first one, we applied the Alcarpo, so anti-hail net on the top, and insect exclusion nets on the sides, with a mesh of the net of 2.2 for 5.4 millimeters. Near to the Alcarpo system, we had another plot that was the control. In that case, just the anti-hail net was on the top of the trees. There was not anti-insect net on the sides. Concerning the orchard that we used, there were golden delicious plants. It was located in the Cuneo province, that is in the northwestern Italy, where there is an intensive production, fruit production. And here there are some data about the spacing of the plantation, the length of the rows, and the density that was 1,790 plants per hectare. This is Tenia purcellana, Endostrina nubilalis, and Acidia molesta, by means of pheromone traps. And we did also surveys for fruit damage on 1,000 fruits at each survey, inside and outside the nets. And at the end, at harvest, we evaluated the total fruit damage. Concerning the control strategies, we did not do mating disruption during the experiments. We did one knockdown treatment at the beginning of the season, so at the end of May, with chlorantraniliprole, in all the orchards, so inside the alcalco and inside the control. That was to kill all the Cilia molesta that overwintered inside the orchard. Actually, in the first year we did 2 knockdown treatments, while in the following years just 1 was necessary. Then inside the alcalco we did chemical treatments only if necessary, according to the results of monitoring, while in the control the growers did conventional treatments following the advisory service. Here I show you some of the results. This picture shows the captures of Cilia pulmonella in the 2011 inside the alcalco, the orange line, and in the control the green line. Normally in the control the population, that is the number of captures per job was a little bit higher than in the alcalco, and the same was recorded in the 2012, and the same results were confirmed in the year after. Concerning Cilia molesta, we collected more insects inside the control compared with the alcalco in both the years, and also in the 2013. And concerning the fruit damage, it was a little bit higher in the control than in the alcalco in both years, and also in the 2013. So we obtained inside the alcalco system a lower population density of the golden moth and of Cilia molesta as well. Concerning other Phytophagous, we didn't collect Ostrinia nubularis inside the alcalco, while some specimens were collected in the control. No differences were observed concerning Chilotrenia pulperiana. But what is important is that in the alcalco we could do very few treatments. They were 3 treatments during the year in the first year, and in the other 2 just 1 treatment per year, and that is the first knockdown treatment. Then no more treatments were necessary. In the control, the growers did 7, 6, and 4 treatments, so much more. And comparing with the previous year before acting the alcalco, we obtained a great reduction of damage on the fruits, and also, of course, in the alcalco, a strong reduction of the treatments. So we could obtain good results. We tried to do also a sort of cost analysis. If we consider that the anti-hail net cost around 18,000 euros per hectare, with the alcalco there is an additional cost of 2,300 euros per hectare, but you have also to consider the service life of the net, that is more or less 15 years, between 10 and 15 years. So if you divide the cost of the additional cost of alcalco for 15 years, it's around 150 euros per year per hectare. And if you add also the treatment, so the knockdown treatment, it's around 250 euros per year per hectare. So it's not too much if you compare with the normal netting disruption that costs around 450 euros per year per hectare. So the growers can also have a reduction of the cost comparing with a traditional netting disruption control strategy. Concerning peach orchard, we used the anti-insect net against mealy bugs, because we had big problems with mealy bugs that caused fruit damage, that means fruit drop, and the so-called cut facing symptom, that is this one, that makes the fruit not marketable at all. And we have big problems with, in particular, Ligus urbulipennis, but also with Adephocoris lineolatus and Calocoris norvegicus. We have problems in particular in peach orchards that are neighboring to winter cereals, because these myriad bugs feed on the cereals, and when on the cereals and on the bachelor crops in general. When the cereals are harvested, the myriad bugs migrate to the boarding crops, in that case to peach, and they damage the fruit. So we try to put anti-insect net on the side of the peach orchard, hooking it to the anti-hail net that was already in the orchard, and anchoring it to the ground, like that. And also in that case, the experiments were in collaboration with Creso and financially supported by the Piedmont region. This is the scheme. This is the peach orchard, and the red line indicates the net. That is on that side, and on part of that side that was confined with mice, and here with bean, mice, and grass. While these 5 rows at the beginning were without the net, because they were the control. These are the nets on the side. And these are the results on fruit damage, considering the first 2 rows bordering the albatross crops. You can see that with the net, the fruit damage is quite reduced. And the reduction of fruit damage is particularly evident in the rows, in the first rows boarding with the albatross crops. What are the future perspectives? You would like to use these future perspectives, actually are the subject of the LIFE project. We would like to use different nets. Different nets means different colors. There are nets of different colors that are photoselective, so we can also have good influence on the quality of the fruits, and also different meshes, because we would like to use also very thin meshes to protect the orchards against newly introduced pests such as Drosophila, Suzuki, and other pests such as I told you at the beginning, Agiomorpha alis, that is causing in the last years very big problems in different kind of orchards. Here you can see the Agiomorpha on pears, and here is a trap that was in a pear orchard, and sometimes we found this trap completely full of Agiomorpha because the population density is growing and growing in the last year. That's it.
Thank you.